Hello, hello, good morning. Good morning, good morning. It is Monday, August 3rd. I'm Manila Chan, that be Ted Rall. You are tuned into the Ted Manila Information Show, TMI Show for short, because we bring you way too much information. It is the top of a new month. So as a reminder, we need all the unique chatters that we can get at the start of the month to meet the new Rumble creator rules. I guess we can call it that. So we have to hit those metrics. So please drop us a poop emoji or a hello, wave a hi, whatever. It could be anything. But just say hi once a month, even if you're back there lurking. We appreciate you lurking. But drop us a line. Producer Robbie, do we have any housekeeping we got to do before we jump into stories?
Not really. Just please just be sure to drop a comment on a live stream. And one thing I will be doing starting today for Deprogram and TMI, I'm going to start making playlists for the previous month's shows. So that way, if you want to help farm watch hours, you can just click on a playlist over on Rumble, like say July, let that puppy run. And if y'all do the same thing for My Gaming, I'd appreciate it. Because this month will tell the tale. If I'm able to pay my bills, y'all can keep me. If I can't, y'all are going to lose me. So it's that simple.
Ugh, that would be tough. So there you go. If you can, just let us play for the cat, play for the dog, the bear, the moose, whatever you have. Just roll it.
Speaking of mooses, Manila, there's so many fires between the western border of the Flathead Valley over to Spokane, Washington.
Yes.
That ash is falling down here like snow, and there's so much smoke. The air quality is like toxic, and the sun is so blocked out. Our high days will be 70.
Wow.
Well,
Wait, is it supposed to be hotter?
What would the high normally be?
Around 100.
Oh,
100 in Montana?
Yeah.
But I thought the temperature was always like you could get snow in July or whatever.
Well, yeah. it can, but August is really when summer starts here, and it typically goes through September, and then October is when we start getting our first snow. So summer's like 6 weeks, give or take. But there's so much smoke and fire everywhere, and the wildlife is really getting impacted. And of course, a lot of people are canceling their tourist reservations because everything's on fire.
Yeah, I saw this morning there were like about 100 active fires right now across the western region of the United States.
Don't be one of those sluggish fires. Go to the gym. Get Ozempic.
Well, what's going
on
in
Spokane? You're not even having a super volcano.
Well, what's going on in Spokane? It's kind of like that fire that broke out in LA. It's actually in the city. So it's just just rampaging. It's just like, what the hell? So it's wild.
Wow. Well, I hope you don't get a fire where you're at. I don't know, it's forest fires. The Canadians imported their forest fires, I think. I think that's what
Trump's trying to tariff the fires out of existence, so I don't know how well that's going to work.
Yes. Or according to his Truth Social post, he made an AI picture, or somebody made an AI picture of a giant wall between us and Canada, and the wall is a giant air filter, like the kind you put in your car.
Yeah.
I could see it.
So I guess we should do that. We should separate the West from us, Ted. So
yes, I guess so. Yeah,
just put the air filter up.
I mean, it's a sad state of affairs when it's the East Coast that has to protect its air quality from places like Montana.
That's saying something. Just saying. All right. Reminder: drop us a poop emoji or whatever emoji. Say hi. Tell us to go to hell.
All the
emojis, anything. Tell us to go to hell. It's fine, but it's got to be in the live chat. So we appreciate all the help we can to hit those metrics so we can stay in the creator program and continue to be monetized.
When we say we need unique chatters, we don't mean like you have to listen to strange music or have purple hair. We just mean like the more of you. Yeah.
More individual chatters, different people from different IP locations.
Yeah, it has to be, and it has to be on a live stream, not a comment on a video. So actually, while you're live, just come in and call me a Nazi or drop a turd or whatever.
That's right. That is right. Call producer Robbie a Nazi and call it a day. You've done your deed for the month.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So the well-dressed nerd, he's dropping all the poops. Manchild's told us to go to hell. Oh, horses are people too. He's dropping sheep. So the emojis are flooding in. So thank y'all so much for that. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll take it. We'll take it. Helps the metrics, whatever the emoji is.
Yeah.
We need them.
Robbie is my favorite Nazi. I appreciate that. You're my favorite not Nazi. So thank you.
You don't know. They might be a Nazi. You don't know.
Nazi squared.
Yeah, it could be.
Could be a whole like gaggle of Nazis in the chat. You don't know.
Robbie is what?
A trans?
Sir Bike Slot. Robbie, can you please post some videos of what you're seeing where you live? Yeah, sure. I mean, right now there's no fires here in the valley where I am, but yesterday, you could look up at the sun and just look at it. It was just like looking at the moon. And
still don't look at it. Do not listen to Robbie. Don't look at the sun.
I mean, it looks like something out of the book of Revelation. Like the sky is just red and it's gnarly.
Well, let me know when the rivers turn bloody, turn red.
Well, that happens after wormwood slams onto the earth. That's the name of the asteroid that God's going to send. And fun little note.
Oh, I thought there was actually like a tree called worm. Isn't there something called wormwood?
Well,
it's a wormwood tree.
Yeah, and so now here's the funny thing: the word Chernobyl means wormwood. So,
did not know that.
Well, that's like the word Megiddo, which is a town in Israel. Yep. Is the origin of Armageddon.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say that's the inspiration for mosquito, little bloodsucker, which would make sense.
I would agree with that. Yeah,
little bloodsuckers.
Have you ever read Ramses III's report on the Battle of Megiddo? That's the first actual recorded battle in human history. It was at Megiddo.
That's cool.
By the way, before I hit the jaws. Does anybody out there, including you two in here, anybody out there, what would you guys guess is the deadliest creature on Earth?
Oh, I think I know.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
I know what it is. Yeah.
There's a delay.
It's not like a tiger or something like that.
It's humans. Humans are the most dangerous creature on Earth.
Not quite. We're
not humans.
It's not
humans. Viewers, what do you think? What would you?
I thought you were going to say the viewers were the most dangerous.
Yeah. Oh my God! Our resident scientist,
JDC
John D.
knows.
Rockefeller, JDC, you are right. Mosquitoes.
Far and away.
Mm-hmm. Mosquitoes, because on average they kill almost 1 million people every year, because they carry like all kinds of diseases or whatever, and you die as a result after some somewhat prolonged illness. Freaking mosquito. And McCaden got that right too. I didn't know so many people would get that right. The hippo is a dangerous, yes, maybe. It's probably the most dangerous mammal, I think. That's what that is. A hippo.
It's I think it's a mammal. I'm not sure.
Distinguished Turtle says Zionist. Very dangerous, right?
Yeah, I mean, it must be a mammal. Yeah, it's a mammal.
Right up there. Zionist right up there with hippos.
Speaking of Zionists, my last Mortal Kombat stream, YouTube took it down because I said I'm going to go after these pixels like an Israeli war crime, and that got flagged for hate speech.
Hilarious.
Oh, you
got for Rumble.
All right, let's get to the stories. All right. So first up, Americans love their pets. We know this is like tens of billions of dollar industry in America, right? Because we love them. But veterinarians and animal advocates warn that human health habits are increasingly being transferred to the animals living under the same roof. Nearly 70% of Americans own a pet. Meanwhile, roughly 40% of U.S. adults have obesity, fewer than 20% regularly participate in sports or exercise, and ultra-processed foods account for more than half of the average American diet. Those patterns can influence how owners feed and exercise their animals. Up to 70% of pet owners overfeed their pet, while
that's true.
4 out of 5, 80%, regularly provide human food or table scraps to their pet. The biological result is predictable: excess calories and stored fat, which increases inflammation and places additional strain on the joints, cardiovascular system, and metabolism. Today, approximately 59% of American dogs and 61% of cats are overweight or obese.
Not
so
Clovis.
Clovis
is lean and mean. And he's ready to head to Russia to help fight the Ukrainians.
His brethren.
The vet is always so impressed. He's like, this cat is in exquisite shape.
So he's not among the 61% of cats that are.
No, he's part of the 39% who are lean, mean, and ready to chase and kill anything.
Obesity increases their risk of arthritis, diabetes, respiratory problems, and gives them a shorter life expectancy. Exercise is another problem. Although 75% of dog owners agree that dogs need at least 3 walks per day, only 26% actually provide them.
Well, I have a question. If you live in like a rural area and you leave the door open, or there's a doggy door, and the dog can just come and go as he pleases, and there's a yard or even a big yard, does he still need to be walked? I'm not a dog person, so I don't know the answer to that. Obviously in a city, a dog needs to be walked. It can't stay in a little apartment.
I think that's what they're referring to. But I mean, like Robbie for a long time had a house.
Well, they're not say they didn't say city dogs. They said all dogs, just dogs
need a walk. But Robbie's dog lived to be like 1,000 years old. Poor old Max was like 17 or 18 years old. He ran around the yard. He wasn't obese. He probably kept a strict diet, but I don't know, Robbie. What say you? If they have a yard to play in, do they need to adhere to the 3 walks?
If they will go outside to run around and play, that kind of thing. I mean, the thing is that dogs, they need to have something to interact with. So if you have kids, send them out there to chase the dog or have the dog chase the kid. Either way works.
Which Max had.
Yeah, Max had that. You can also take them to a park. Basically, you got to play with them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're just going to lay down. Kid. Yeah, it's just like I get to lay outside, or I can lay in the house. But either way, they're going to lay down. You got to interact with them. You got to.
Here's the saddest part for the dogs. Among the owners who do even regularly walk their dogs, just 21% of them allow adequate time for stop and sniff, an important form of sensory and mental stimulation.
That's not the same thing as, not to be confused with chat and cut from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Chat and cut, yes. Stop and sniff. So I always see people like in my suburban neighborhood, I always see people walking their dogs, and like the dogs want to stop and sniff because another dog peed in that spot, and the dog smells it, and he or she wants to sniff it, and the owner's just like yanking them along, like let's go. Yep. They get hurried through. That's a bad thing. From a longer version of the article, this is obviously a summary, but this is an important sensory thing for dogs. The connection is emotional as well as physical. Emotional support animals. We're not talking about the ostrich you're trying to take onto the plane on JetBlue, right? So all these people have emotional support animals, the ESA animals, now represent about 20% of American pets, and 88% of their owners report that the animal does improve their mental health. But animals also respond to human body language, vocal tone, routines, and stress-related chemical signals. A pet expected to regulate its owner's emotions may experience stress of its own if its physical and behavioral needs are neglected.
So it needs an emotional support human.
Yes. Pets may improve human health, but the arrangement is not supposed to be a one-way emotional support subscription.
Yeah, it's true.
Our animals depend on us to return the favor.
Support dogs always look depressed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think, if the owner isn't a good owner. So like one of the key takeaways I saw here, and I always joke about this, is that your pet is supposed to be a reflection of you. Like Clovis is a pretty boy because I guess Daddy is a pretty boy. So, they say
pets and their owners. No, there's no way I could be as good looking as that cat.
But that's what they say,
he is a magnificent cat.
But that's what they say, right? A pet is like the reflection of their owner. So, so if the owner is somebody that's slovenly and blah, then very likely that's how they take care of their pet as well. It's not. I mean, I know people that are.
I would say that's true. I've noticed. I mean, that tends to be the case for all the people I know who have dogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very like. I mean, like all the people I know who have dogs and who, like, for example, exercise themselves regularly, also exercise their dogs. Not to mention, a dog is an incredible inducement to get you off the couch. It's like, the dog has so much fun. They love it. They need it. So it's like, I'll go walk the dog and, I'll get some exercise myself. Or even better, I'll go run and the dog will run with me.
Yes. I had no idea that this percentage of American pets were obese, like 61% of cats. I've seen.
Yeah, I see a lot of fat ass cats. It's true. And people leave food. You're not supposed to leave food out for them all the time. You're supposed to feed them in the morning. And then it's okay for the bowl to be empty for a while. Yeah. And they will eat more enthusiastically later. It's more like they should eat more like the way we, like healthy people do. Don't be snacking all day. It's just like leave it. And also psychologically, they need to experience a little bit of short-term food scarcity for like a few hours at a time. It makes them, it's better it reflects more like the way animals live in the wild, where they don't always have food available 24/7.
Yeah, Max, I agree. I just had no idea. 61% of cats, 59% of dogs are obese. Go ahead, Robbie. What were you saying, Max?
Max always had a full bowl. He always did. Because he was a tiny little Yorkie. Yeah, he was. But whenever we got him, he actually was a rescue animal. Like he had been abused by his previous owners and stuff, and he had a rough time. And he was blind, and his hip had been broken. Like he was in bad shape. We nursed him back to health when we got him, took good care of him, and we wanted to make sure that little dog had the best possible life that we could. And
he was a puppy, and they did all that to him when you got him out as a puppy.
Little assholes.
Yes, I mean, he has had the best life, and that little bastard. Y'all go back on the old streams. Anytime I would start going live, he knew, and he would raise hell. He would raise hell until I picked him up and put him on the camera.
Yes,
he was smart. I miss that little guy.
He was a cute little dog. He was an old guy, but he wasn't fat. But yes, generally speaking, like your pet represents you, and so if you are not
in the halls of Congress,
you represent your pet. And yes, like your emotional support animal. Oh my God, that means the people are draining the pet.
True.
Like these are the people that take their fucking ferret or whatever they're trying to take on the airplane, and they're like, I got a card that says it's my emotional support ferret. But like your animals pick up on if you are sucking the joy out of them so you can feel whatever, less anxious or whatever, you're literally sucking the life out of them. That's what the takeaway from the article was basically it's a reciprocal relationship, and the owners are American pet owners, even though we're spoiling them, buying them, $100 toys and expensive foods, but we're overfeeding them and not actually caring for them. Because I think what we forget, guys, is they might be your fur baby, but they are still animals. And they need a lot of interaction and exercise. They're not your baby. They're an animal.
That's true.
One of the reasons I put those pictures over there, a couple of people asked, what does it look like outside my house where I live?
Oh, how do I show this? How do I?
You have to download them, and then you can just start up as I mean, that's from this morning.
You can do that. You can do that and put it up, and then we can show it in between the next story.
Yeah,
we got to get to the next one because we punted from Friday, and then we have Dr. Reese joining us at the end of the show.
Oh yeah, we got to fly.
So,
okay, let's keep going.
We got to go. Oops. Hey, the jaws. There it be.
There it be. Okay, so allograft adipose matrix injections have been available for over a decade. That treatment was developed by the tissue bank MTF Biologics and later commercialized under the Renuva brand. It could be used to plump cheeks, as something I've been doing, fix cellulite dimples, and other physical imperfections, and has the added benefit of being instantly accepted by the recipient's body, eliminating the risk of rejection. Today, a product similar to Renuva is causing a stir. Aloe Clay, a product developed by Tiger Aesthetics, consists of donor fat that undergoes a sterilization and purification process to remove live cells, DNA, and other components that could cause rejection. What's injected in is the extracellular matrix of adipose tissue, a structure rich in collagen and proteins that serves as a support for the recipient's body to regenerate new tissue. Aloe Clay has been around for a few years, but its popularity among those who can afford it has skyrocketed with the advent of GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic and Mounjaro. While those treatments have proven effective in helping people to lose weight, they've also left some of them with Ozempic face, right? Imperfect-looking boobs, hips, or butts, and not enough adipose tissue to inject in these areas. Adipose. All right. So, physical imperfections can be fixed with conventional hyaluronic acid fillers, but those can cause problems such as puffiness and lymphatic issues. So for the people who can afford them, treatments like Aloe Clay and Renuva are better. There's just one issue: the source of where the fat comes from. These tissues are nicknamed cadaver fat injections because they come from, dead organ donors and are perfectly legal to use in the U.S. But although that might be a little icky to some loser, wimpy people, it really is a minor issue for wealthy individuals looking to enhance their physical appearance. I thought everyone was going to get creeped out by it, but less people than you'd think would even care, says Dr. Hade Hermand, plastic surgeon in New York City, saying that most people only care about the convenience of the treatment, which is pretty remarkable. Those injections require virtually no anesthesia or recover period. As for the ethics, those have been the topic of various debates, but so far they're still going strong. They cost between $5 and $45 grand. By some accounts, even $100 grand. Treatments like Aloe Clay are more popular than ever. So, there you go. Enjoy your. This is just like the. That movie Fight Club, right? They had that sort of subplot.
I don't remember that. Ted, by the way, your interwebs is getting choppy.
Oh, is it? All right. Well, I'll see what I can do. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to, I don't know if you, no, I don't know if it's just something, it's lagging, Robbie says.
All right. We'll just see.
Okay. No, there you are. You're clear now. So, okay. Let me get, I'm not against any kind of plastic surgery. Let me just say that. I mean, there's a fine line, I think, when you start looking like the plastic surgery face where you're all like pulled or whatever. But this is about
the Nancy Pelosi look.
Well,
like everyone looks super surprised. Like,
yeah. Well, she's not quite there yet. There's a certain look that I would say you look feline-esque when you've had like one too many like facelifts or whatever. But these are not like necessarily old people like Nancy Pelosi, who's like 84 or something like that. This is for young people. This is what what young people who have been using Ozempic or Mounjaro, who get that creepy Mounjaro face, you're like hollowed out like a meth face, First of all, those shots cost a lot of money, like Ozempic and Mounjaro, and most of the time your insurance is not covering it unless you're like diabetic or whatever. But for most people looking to just use it as a weight loss drug only, strictly, that they cost hundreds of dollars a month. Your insurance isn't covering it because it's a vanity thing. So you have that kind of discretionary income. And now you've overdone your Mounjaro or your Ozempic, and now you've got meth face or your boobs like one side sagging, or you've got weird there are people that get like botched lipo, and they get weird dents and dings like all across their, like their let's say they're where would be the saddlebags, like it's all dented, and people are putting costing between $5,000 and $45,000 to get like human cadaver fat injected into them.
By the way, Kilroy for Prez asks, where can I sign up to donate fat for the Ozempic people? I've got about 100 pounds extra. They can liposuction out and have for free. Just get it out of me. That's actually a great idea. It really is. Yeah.
A good business model, actually, because I think it's less creepy when you get
it's also, we're going to call it DSA fat control. We're going to have socialist redistribution of fat. Give from the people who have more than they need to people who need more.
Because this is kind of creepy, right? That they're getting a dead person's body fat. And here's the creepiest part, though, Ted. I looked into this when we had the story ready for Friday, and I probably have forgotten some of the details. But the creepy part is, Ted, when you tell the DMV that you are an organ donor, right? You think, and this is state by state, but you think you're donating, like, oh, they can take my heart if I die. Oh, they can take my whatever, right?
Things that people need for,
somebody is making money off of selling the fat. And the worst part is there's no federal law. There's no federal law prohibiting such post-mortem donation. It's not really a donation. If I'm a donor and the DMV knows I'm a donor, I have the little sticker, and I'm like, fine. Yeah, this is carte blanche. That means you're running roughshod over my dead body and you're sucking out my ass fat or whatever, cleaning it up. And a side note on that, I didn't know you could remove DNA from fat. Like, did we read that right?
I think that's well, I mean, look, I only have an American education, so I think I read it right.
That's true.
But
I thought you can't remove. I thought it's just built into the building blocks of whatever your body part is. Like, I didn't know you could remove DNA. That just sounds.
You can scrape that. You can wash that DNA right out of your hair.
Off the fat? Well, anyway, I just feel like there's something creepy AF about marking yourself an organ donor, thinking you're going to save somebody else's life, when the organ might do that, but then all your jiggly excess fat, the adipose fat, that's the fat that's above the fascia layer, they can harvest your fat and sell it to rich idiots that have overdone their Ozempic. Who is making that money? Like, they're not just giving away the fat from the cadaver or the donor, and there's no federal law around this. So it's kind of creepy on many regards, in many respects there. But as for the chatter who said they'd be happy to donate, that should be, I mean, like, hey, we'll give you lipo, because lipo only costs X amount, and then we're going to sell your fat to another person that has overdone the Ozempic. There's a whole business plan there.
True.
Walker says articles about getting the collagen for the most part, but this is from dead people. That's the whole thing, is until a law tells you precisely what's not allowed, some crafty person at the morgue or wherever is going to come up with a business plan around it, right? Because they're like, well, there's no law that stops me, so I'm just going to do it. Don't you think that's, I don't know. I feel like it's unethical, Ted. Don't you think? Like,
I feel like it's unethical if you don't know. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, if you don't know what they're going to do and they do it anyway. Yeah, of course I think it's unethical. I agree.
Because they'll tell your family like, oh, Ted, your cousin Susie, we're sorry for your loss. She is a donor. We're going to donate Susie's kidney over here, and and you're like, oh, I don't know, that's fine. I guess she's a donor. But then while her body is, undergoing they're removing the thing. They're sucking out her fat because they don't have to tell you, because there's no law that says they have to tell you.
As someone who's dealt with this for a very, very long time,
Cadavers or fat?
All of the above. So whenever someone is an organ donor, whenever they die, what they do is that. So the first thing what the hospital will do, first off, is they'll give you what's called an honor walk. So they keep the body alive.
Oh, yes.
And they wheel you to the life flight or whatever, and all the doctors and the nurses. It's almost like a military tribute, because you're being it's like this guy is or a lady is letting themselves be carved up to potentially save some life. Whenever you sign up to become a donor, you're not signing up to donate just one particular part. You're signing up for every aspect of your body that can be used is used. Like there is no like, I agree to donate my liver or my lungs or my heart. It's the entire carcass is what you are donating. So that's why there's no consent. That's why there's no law, because you've already consented to have your body be butchered.
Yeah, and you might end up being used, as a medical school cadaver.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Yeah,
I mean that's what it is.
Oh my God!
So so to your point about why there's no consent that's required, is because the only consent that's required is the person who owned the body who's no longer with us. So that trumps everything.
Once you get that little sticker on your driver's license,
you're done.
It's a free for all.
They literally own you once you're dead. Yeah.
Your heirs have no say. Even if you give your affairs over to a power of attorney, your power of attorney cannot override your last wish. They cannot do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and Canada takes it a step further. They actually incentivize you and will pay you to commit suicide so they can harvest your body tissue, your organs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's big business.
Oh
yeah,
God, this is some weird. We are in a weird phase of beauty hacks. Oh, I don't know.
Well, I for one would feel that my life had meaning even if nobody remembers me, but like my body fat ends up in the ass of a wealthy asshole.
Ted, you want to be the seat for like Jeff Bezos, because he'll be like 137 years old because he's going to preserve whatever life force is powering his body.
It would be an honor and a privilege to know that that part of his ass jiggling and wiggling over his skank whore wife was like was belonged to my body. It would be a thing of beauty. I know my mother would have been incredibly proud of that.
She'd be proud. My son in heaven,
that's my boy. That's my boy.
Your mom's in heaven with her French accent, going like, my son is joining me.
Look at Frederic. Finally, he does something with his life. Well, I mean, his death.
He's becoming the ass cheek of Jeff Bezos.
He is very famous and rich.
But then your son would be like, yeah, we have to cremate my dad.
He'd be like, Dad? Like, I can't believe Dad's in Jeff Bezos' bunghole. Like, he started AI and ruined everything, blew up the world.
Like, we have to cremate
He started
my dad.
Skynet. My dad contributed to Skynet Skynet's guy's ass.
I could see him doing
Dad!
That's it. That would be it. So just think of what your family would say. So I guess this is another layer of like the donating.
Let's do this next one.
All right, and then Dr. Reese is joining us in just a minute to talk about the killing other mammals for their blubber and whatever. All right, so this is all about fat today, man. So what your comfort food craving may reveal about your mood. That sudden desire for pizza, ice cream, or an irresponsible amount of macaroni and cheese may not begin in your stomach. It may begin with your brain's stress and reward systems. When you feel threatened or overwhelmed, the body activates its hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, the
Rolls
HPA.
off the tongue.
HPA, that's better, the HPA axis, which releases cortisol. Prolonged stress can increase appetite and make foods rich in sugar, fat, and salt especially appealing because they deliver concentrated energy and stimulate the brain's reward circuitry. Highly palatable food activates dopamine pathways linking areas including the ventral tegmental area and the nucleus accumbens. Oh, what an easy read. This is fun.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Dopamine does not simply produce pleasure. It helps teach the brain which experiences are worth seeking again. When cookies repeatedly provide relief after a miserable day, the brain begins connecting misery to cookies. Eventually, stress itself can become the cue that triggers the craving, even when the body does not need the calories. Comfort food may also temporarily reduce the body's stress response, reinforcing the behavior. So it's like a doom loop. The relief is real, but usually brief. Repeatedly pairing emotional distress with rewarding food can strengthen the habit and, in some people, contribute to compulsive overeating. Memory, and then you don't walk your dog and don't play with the cat, and the cat gets fat.
And the cat gets huge.
Memory adds another ingredient. Foods associated with childhood, family gatherings, or being cared for can activate learned emotional associations.
Of course.
Grandma's mashed potatoes are not merely carbohydrates. They may represent safety, attention, and a period when someone else handled the electricity bill. Experts suggest pausing before eating and asking whether the signal is physical hunger or an emotional state such as stress, loneliness, boredom, or exhaustion. Techniques such as urge surfing, which is observing a craving as it rises and fades, can help interrupt the automatic response. The takeaway here is comfort food is not a moral failure. It's often a biologically reinforced coping mechanism. But when every bad mood sends you toward the refrigerator, your brain may be asking for something food cannot actually provide. So I would say with how much Americans always say, "Oh, I have PTSD," and I'm not talking about like Army veterans or something. I'm talking about like the average Joe that's like, "Oh my God," or Jane, "Oh my God." And then this guy was so rude to me at Erewhon, and I'm so traumatized because he just like stepped in front of me in line. I'm just traumatized. I'm just gonna drink this, $40 cold pressed juice now because I'm so traumatized. But apparently, you're reprogramming your brain, and it's like carving out the neural pathway for it to be like directly tied to the cookies or mashed potatoes or whatever. And that becomes really hard to break. It becomes like addiction, like at when you carve out those pathways. So I was reading that it can become as, if that is your stress response, it can become as addicting as like, say, a cigarette, right? Like, because your brain has built a dependency on it, which is wild. Like, this is...
I mean, the thing is, it does make sense, but from an evolutionary standpoint, that you would be programmed to be into food that was associated with pleasure early on in life, because basically you learned from experience that this particular food was good for you and made you feel good, and therefore, but especially when you're under stress, right? I mean, when you're under stress, you need a high caloric intake. I mean, if you think about it evolutionarily, right? Like if you were under stress, maybe because you're, the weather sucks, or you're being pursued by other people or wild animal or dangerous animals, you would need to absorb calories as efficiently as possible in order to have those, in order to be able to run faster or fight back or respond as efficiently as possible. So in most cases, when the reason that Americans in our 21st century lives find it so difficult to lose weight is because we've evolved our evolution has adapted to a lifestyle that we no longer have, which is walking around, subsistence living, hunter-gathering, barely able to find enough food in order to subsist. And so when you find your body's able to find some calories, it grabs on. And you can sort of see this like in terms of where people live. Like people who have a background that's like from Central Europe and Eastern Europe that's prone to famine, they find fighting obesity very hard, because when their body finds calories, it holds onto those calories for dear life. People who live in places where historically they, like France, Greece, Italy, where famine was more rare and where the land was more generous, basically there's not as much of a need to hang on to those calories and that fat in your body, because your body basically knows there's more food coming. Don't worry, it'll be fine. But if you lived in Poland, for hundreds of years, your people, you didn't really know where the next potato was coming from. And so, I know not the potato, right? Because the potato is a New World thing, but the tuber, let's just say. So it's interesting because it's all about evolution.
Yeah. I'm trying to get Dr. Reese in, and he's having a problem with the link. You and Robbie commiserate for a second. I got to get back here and try. I'm figuring out a loophole because Dr. Reese cannot remember his Apple password to download the Rumble Studio app.
Oh, shit.
Or Rumble app.
Oh, shit.
The Rumble
How are you going to do that? You can't download it. Can't download the app in the time that we have left, right? We have
if I
left.
send him the StreamYard link, then I can broadcast what he's saying on.
Well, you're not on StreamYard.
If he has a computer, all he has to do is just email it to him, click on the link, he'll go through the browser. He doesn't have to use his phone.
Yeah, the Rumble link.
Yeah, that's
just tell him to use his computer. Don't use his phone.
Yeah, or he can use Safari on his phone.
Yeah, I mean, either way works.
You have the link, right?
Yeah, there are many ways to skin this particular cat. No offense to cats out there. I mean, this is something you're able to do.
So you don't have to have the app.
No, not if you're using a computer.
Not at all. The app actually serves no advantage whatsoever.
The only advantage that the app has for creators like us is whenever we go live, it will notify people who follow you, hey, so-and-so is live. That's honestly the biggest advantage.
That's about it, yeah.
But, I mean, seriously, for Rumble, like, for example, if someone's become a paid subscriber to support the channel, they can't do it through the app. They have to do it through the browser.
We have an ad from Chicago State Company. Why don't you click that, and I'll troubleshoot Dr. Reese. He's texting me.
Alrighty, let me pull it on up here. Just 1 second here, boys and girls.
All right.
Today's sponsor is Chicago Steak Company. And if you care about what goes on the grill, this one makes sense. Use code SAVOR, SAVOR, for their summer steak offer. These are not random grocery store steaks. Chicago Steak Company ages select cuts for tenderness, hand cuts them, and then ships them packed cold, so dinner is already a lot closer to steakhouse quality before the grill even lights. The Savor package includes USDA prime filet mignon, Chicago's bestseller, and the ultimate gift assortment, an offer of $179 or more.
Full of dead fat? Or
obviously it is. They add our 4 premium boneless petite strip steaks, 6 apple pastries, free shipping, and a $25 account credit after shipment. Good for 6 months. Link is in the description. Use the code SAVOR at mychicagosteak.com. Again, SAVOR, SAVOR.
Okay, so I'm troubleshooting Dr. Reese, and I told him that because he's on his phone, we might get, like the nose
all right.
angle.
We have things.
For
If we don't work this out in the next 9 minutes, we can always.
And I said you can
have him later.
He's going to try. I
writes,
said that you can open on your browser, just copy and paste the link and put it in your browser.
Well, he writes books. He obviously has a computer. That's all he has to do.
He might be outside, like tilling the fields or whatever.
You and I know he's outside.
He's outside climbing a tree or something.
But he can use Safari. Anyway, I mean, look, honestly, I would say that there's nothing more boring than troubleshooting on the radio, but apparently the ratings always go up when we do this. So we probably should just fake this and do this all the time. Today we're trying to get President Biden on, and we're troubleshooting because, he's retarded. So therefore...
Because he's got holes in his brain.
Yeah, his brain is leaking out, so we're sending him some super glue and some old wine corks to put in there.
Since we're talking about plastic surgery, can we all put on our tinfoil hats for a second? Do we believe, which I'm one of them, I believe Biden has had a few nips and tucks, since we're talking about cadaver fat.
Wait,
I believe it.
Say that again?
But Joe Biden, many people speculate, has had a facelift and a few other nips and tucks.
No question. Well, it's not even a controversy. Like, it's a fact, as Robbie would say.
Well, he's never come out and said it, but
okay, but look, no one looks like that unless they are
nipped and tucked.
Yeah. Old dudes don't look like that, right? I mean,
what are you looking at? That, like, I look at the scarring here. It's like by where your ear connects to.
He's got the Skeletor look, man. He's like all pulled tight. Yeah,
like the lips. Yeah, there's like
He better watch out for He-Man. That's all I got.
I watched that, by the way. It's not good. I didn't.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe. I watched a little bit of it. I couldn't believe how bad it was. I mean, I expected it to be truly atrocious, but it was much worse than that.
It's a Jeff Bezos production,
So how was it bad?
Did you watch it?
No.
Oh. I thought the writing was corny. The
production values were horrid.
The production value was pretty kind of corny. It was kind of cheesy for it being an Amazon production. Like,
yeah. I mean, look, honestly, it made me
richest man in the world.
Manila. It made me wish for the old low budget TV show and production values. Yeah.
This was like just done they might as well have done fucking Land of the Lost. Do you remember, that?
No, it's like, it's embarrassing. I mean, it's literally like, no, there is something wrong with a company that would make and release that.
It was not good. Manchild says Joe Biden has been feasting on discarded fetuses for his youthful vigor. I think you run out though after so many. Dr. Reese is texting. He's trying. I don't know what's happening.
Okay. I mean, listen, we've got to bail on this, on him. It's still got 6 minutes left. There's not enough time to talk to him now anyway. So never mind.
Yeah. I'll update.
Thank him for trying, but we
can try
later.
again another. I'll update. So you guys remember the whole Iceland, and it pains me to say this about Iceland because I loved Iceland. I fell in love. Is that the whaling has started? They're killing these giant fin whales, right? That are like 80 plus feet, the biggest mammal on Earth, or second biggest mammal.
I thought the blue whale was the biggest.
Blue whale's the biggest.
Second biggest. I said second biggest.
We're number 2. We're number 2.
Number 9. But the fin whale, second biggest animal on Earth, mammal, and Captain Paul Watson, who is Dr. Reese's buddy, his boat, his ship, the Bandero, and the
not to be confused with the Bandera. That's the Ukrainian Nazi
Oh,
collaborator.
not them. No, the Bandero has been captured by Icelandic authorities because the Icelandic, I guess their version of the National Guard, which are names I can't pronounce, like Fjordstafur, they captured the Bandero, saying that it entered their territorial waters because they were trying to harass the big whaling ship, and they arrested everybody on board. And Dr. Reese told me last night that all
That's
the crew members.
capitalism, where the criminals arrest the good people.
They took all of their phones. They've taken they haven't.
I hope they had that wipe feature enacted on their phones. Yeah.
Captain Watson hasn't been able to, as of last night when Dr. Reese was
They'll let him go. They're just harassed. They're just beating him up.
Iceland. They're not going to do it. They're just like,
yeah, it's not the IDF. They're not going to kill him.
Yeah, here's some soup. Yeah, here, go.
By the way, John D. Cockefeller, the answer is yes. I do have Cory Doctorow's contact info. Mm-hmm. All right.
Who's the billionaire that's been offed?
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, JDC says is the update. Oh, that the billionaire dude has been. Oh, the billionaire whaling company guy. No, he's not. And I read that basically this is all done to sell to Japan, Ted, your favorite country on earth, Japan. The Japanese have apparently this insatiable appetite for fin whales, and this billionaire whaling company guy, that's who he's exporting to, because there's the whale market, domestic market in Iceland is apparently pretty much non-existent. That the locals, because they're very progressive there, they have moved on. They're all into like human rights and stuff, human and animal rights. And
Icelanders have eaten whale in years.
They don't.
Centuries, right? I mean, yeah.
Their Inuit communities say they don't even hunt the fin. They hunt the minke whales. The minke whales are part of their culture, but they don't fucking hunt them for capital gain. They hunt them like 1 or 2 whales a year. Mm-hmm. And that's
still too many, but yeah. Right.
But they eat them, and that's part of their culture and heritage. Fine, whatever. But we're talking about a hunt.
Maybe that could be a defense if one of the Epstein dudes is caught actually having eaten a baby. Like, it's part of my culture.
So Dr. Reese had some update for us. So I'll find out from him. I'll try to maybe Robbie, you can help Dr. Reese troubleshoot, since you're the tech pro here, not me. But
there's nothing to it, really. It's just
he says
it's a URL. You just put it into the Safari, and that's it.
Literally, all he has to do is, so if he has an iPhone, all he has to do, the best way is honestly use a computer. It's fine. You can do this.
Yeah, the computer is better than the phone.
If
the signal will be better too.
If he insists on using the phone so you get a good shot of his nostrils, then all he has to do is drop the link into Safari and click go.
That's what I told him, but he says it's not, the browser's not accepting. So I don't know. Maybe we can get him later this week when we find out more if the crew gets released or whatever. But it's horrible. Like the whaling is continuing. They've killed a couple more giant fin whales. It's so sad and so gross, and it's all going to Japan because, Ted, the Japanese, apparently there's a big market for fin whale sperm.
Is there any for what? Doing what?
They eat it.
In Japan?
Yeah. It's not the Icelandic people, it's in Japan. Like all of
and
the whole beast is going
I hesitate
to Japan.
To ask, and what do they think it will do for them?
I don't know. I didn't go that far. I was just so grossed out reading about all the different food fetishes, I guess, that the Japanese have for.
Yeah. But do they think it's going to make their dicks grow longer or something?
I don't know. I just couldn't keep reading because it was just like.
Or that they'll grow fins.
I don't know.
Who wouldn't want that?
I just find it odd that one of the most technologically advanced countries in the world, right? Like they're living in 2050, their fucking crosswalks and shit have like pedestrian counters and it can light up and they have robots bringing them food. But then they have this these crazy ideas of like I'm going to eat sperm from whales, like the sperm from male whales. Like how do you
whale jizz?
How? Why?
And by the way, do they have
otherwise
to, do,
living
do
in
they
2050
have to,
Japan?
Wait, so do they like swim alongside and like jerk off the whales, or
no?
Like do they show them whale porn, or what do they do?
No, they just kill the whales and then
whale blowjob.
Oh. Well, we saw the last time we showed this video,
sex, and then like they pull out and then like
the last time
I don't know if
I don't know if you saw this the last time that we showed the B-roll of the whaling crew when they pulled up one of the fin whales. It was a male whale, and the whale peen was out, and the dude was swinging it around like a hose, like like literally playing with it. It was disgusting. Like, fuck, what is wrong with people? But anyway, the Japanese they eat. I guess none. Just don't let any of this animal go to waste. They're eating the jizz. There's like some soup or something.
So good.
So I'm like, oh, I'm appalled, and I hope the crew is fine, which I think they are, but you never know. My experience with the Icelanders they're very nice, but let's not forget they are of Viking ancestry. And the Vikings weren't so kind to the Inuits, so
they were not.
So I don't know. We'll find out from Dr. Reese. I'll chat with him later after the show, and that was the update from as of last night. So I guess we'll find out more what happens to the Bandero crew. But lots of luck to them.
I think they should seriously, they should just jerk off the whales.
If that's what you're aiming for, I don't think they only want the jizz. I think they want like the blubber, the meat.
They have to get, but that means they have to get like whale prostitutes to go and do the job, or maybe whale masseuse who basically it looks like, oh, it's just a massage, but do you want happy ending or?
There's no whale happy ending. No, it's sad.
There's never a happy ending for the whale.
It's sad ending for the fin whales.
I, for one, will push in the United Nations for whale killing to be replaced with whale jerking off.
I don't know how you even begin to do that, but we can ask the dude in the video.
You just need a lot of waterproof hand lotion.
We can just ask the one whaler guy.
Really, really big hands. Like
the whaler
Trump's not going to be able to do this.
I think people should find who that fisherman was, that young fisherman guy that was playing with the whale junk. They should find out who he is and embarrass the shit out of him on social media and be like, this guy jerks off whales for a living. Like this.
I think it's certainly a more noble job than working for a defense contractor.
Well, yeah, I guess whaling is less gross.
Imagine, come on, you're at a bar and you're a person's asking you, so what do you do? Oh, I'm a whale masturbator. And because of me, whales are no longer endangered. I swim the seven seas.
I thought you meant like a whaler, whale masturbator. A new job, a new career.
You swim the seven seas looking for horny whales to jerk off.
To collect their jizz.
To get their jizz, in giant buckets.
Yeah, to sell to Japan.
And and no discrimination. You have to be able to go get the narwhals, everybody.
Well, there's probably a market for that in Japan too.
I'm sure.
Like I said, they live in 2050.
I bet the Japanese
not
market,
their dining habits.
There's probably some woke Japanese people who would really appreciate a more pleasant source, knowing, there are probably Japanese people who are like, man, I would love some whale jizz, but they kill the whales to get them. I'm not doing that. And then it's no. Now we have woke whale jizz, where it's not only the whale is not only left alive, but alive with a smile.
The whale lives on.
The whale lives on, and the whale is happy. The whale is orgasmic.
It's just
whales need love.
It's just very sad. This whole story, and now the whale protection crew, the Bandero, are arrested. So.
Well, yeah, it's insane, but yeah.
We'll see. All right, we'll find out from Dr. Reese what's going on. But anyway, that does it for Monday.
Manila, you didn't. We got to do. What is that story I sent that we got to do?
Oh, I know, and the one I sent too. We're gonna do.
Yeah, we got to do that. Okay, all right.
We're gonna, but not today because we were supposed to have Dr. Reese.
Yeah, yours is totally a must.
Drop us a chat because it's the start of the month. We have to have.
Women in the workforce got to do it.
As many unique chatters as possible.
I mean, seriously, let me tease this, and then we're going to go. there are now more women in the workforce than men.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I have found us a channel that we're going to raid, so start working on those raid metrics and share a little bit of love. So we'll raid over as soon as you hit the outro button.
All right. Adios, amigos.
Go over to Putinbot Gaming and stream that channel on Rumble. Like put down the whale jizz and help Robbie out.
Help Robbie hit the metrics for his channel as well, so that in lieu of, us having money to pay him. Thanks, Joe Biden. Adios. Bye.